Hello guys, welcome back to the live streaming again. And this is the day 5 of DSA challenge. And I know that this series was very inconsistent because whenever I just start something good, a great thing, I have getting a problem. Not a big problem. It's just like sometime a semester exam, sometime job pressure, or sometime something else. But still, I was just trying to be active and a consistent, but still I was fail all the time. But there has nothing in control. I will just give up or just close the streaming. But still, I was just trying. So first thing, we just make sure the voice quality of that streaming was great or not. Be active and consistent, but still I was fail all the time. Okay, so I can just see that the voice quality of that particular video was amazing and streaming quality is also good. So just see it. Okay. So the stream health is also amazing. Now just moving to that action sheet that we discussing on the last streaming. So we just simply focusing on that action sheet and solve the questions. Okay. And if you are watching me for the first time, my name is Saman and I'm BCA final year student and this is my last time and I think in a few months I will graduate and a bachelor degree. Okay. But still we are not getting the place and we are not getting the job that we actually need as a BCA student. Okay. So here it is. And in the previous one we have just put write this because we already know that what is it that mean. Okay. And the next question is find if year is leaf or not. Okay. So today we have just solving this question. So if we just go on this, so I think that is that question was fit in the Java. Okay. So I want to just solve this particular question in JS. So I don't think we can change the language section from here. And okay, so we just solve this question into the VS Code. Okay, just open the new chat here, and this streaming was here. And let's okay. And whenever who's just watching that streaming session, so just let me know in the chat my voice quality was hearable or not. If it's any concern or problem, you can just simply ask me in the chat. Okay. So I just first thing I just adjust the pop-up chat so we can just continue streaming without any problem. Because whenever we have just streaming, we I just hitting the multiple pages and that's create a problem. So let's here and this is a VS Code and I will just simply put that chat in the right side. Okay, here it is. Now in here we can just simply see all the chats. And this is the day 16 June, 16 June. And now let's write the code. So the program was simple. We have to just write a code and the code was is about find if year is leap or not. So it's a very easy question, and I already solved this question before, but let's just still solve this question. Okay. So now just keep find the year is leaked or not. So just if I have to just solve this leak or not, so we have just simply creating a variable let year and year is just suppose it's 2000. Okay, it will be considered as a leap year. Okay, it's considered as a leap year. And write a code if year, just don't make it into a capital, just make it small. If year is divisible by 400 and equally 0 or into year is divisible by 2, divisible by 4. And then it's again equal to 0 and is divisible by uh, 24 dot log leap year. Okay. And if it's not, it will be considered as an it is considered as an non-leap year. Okay. So let's run this code and see what the output we get if we just simply run this. Okay. So this is a leap year, but if we have just write the 2012 here, this was not considered as a leap year. So now this is a non-leap year, and this code was working properly. Okay. And let's ask the GPT what is an exactly leap year is. Okay. So I just simply go to that Edge browser and let's see what it says if we just write down what is an exactly leap year is. Okay. Okay, they just suggest me the audio streaming currently byte 0 is lower than the recommended byte. Okay. So that's mean our voice quality was very low. If it is yes, just let me know in the chat. If my voice is very low, just let me know in the chat. Okay. What just ask it what is leap year? A leap year is a year has 366 days instead of 365 days. The extra days is added to February, making it 29. This adjusting keeps us calendar aligned with the Earth orbit around the Sun, which take about 365.242 2020. Rule of a leap year. A year is a leap year if it is divided by 4 and it is not divided by 100 unless it is also divided by 400. Okay. So it is just like it is divisible by 4. Okay. If divisible by 4, that's mean if it divisible by 4, it makes a 366. So it is divisible by no, let's see here. There's a calculator and 366 will be divisible by a 4 and enter. You can see it is divisible by 4. Click on. It is divisible by 4 and it is not divisible by 100. Just like okay, that is a divisible by 4. That's mean, it's my bad. I was just dividing on numbers of that. Let me, if it's 2000 and I was just simply divided by into a 4, it will be considered as a 500. That's mean it was divisible. But it is not divisible by 100. So that's mean if the 400, if the 2000 is divisible by 100, it is, yeah, okay. It is still but it's divisible by. So it's not a leap year. But if we just simply divide it 400, but it will be considered as as a 400 divided by 4. So it will be considered as a 5. So let's see our code was correct or not. Just copy this particular code and let's see what way it will says by our GPT. Let's see. Just copy it and go it here. There it is. And I just paste this code and let's see what the output we get. Your condition is even slightly incorrect. Okay, it says is incorrect. Okay, here है whenever the year was divisible by 100, the module is not equal to 0. But in that particular condition, the module was 0. That's why we getting incorrect out. So when, so here it is, here is variable and 4 is not equal to. It should be not equal to, not equal to 0. Here it is. This is a non-leap year. Let's run this code again. And this code working correctly. And let's see a 1992. It is, this is a non-leap. And let's enter 2005. Okay, what is I have to just change it here. This is non-linear also. Suppose doing this shitty mistake again and again, I have to just change it into here. This is a non-linear. And let's write down 1998. Non-linear. What? You have still not written this correctly. Okay. Now this code was correct. What happened? What exactly this code working? We have a variable, a let year, and we simply store the year, and if year is divisible by 400 and it is equal to 0, that means 1992 is divisible by 400 is I think. Just open the calculator and let's see when we just simply divide the 1992 by 400, it was not be exactly 0. Okay. So that means if this condition was matched, but we have the two both or more conditions. So just 1992 is divisible by 4. And if it's 0, still not, it is not equal to 0. So it's considered. So if y, a year is a leap year if divisible by 400 or a divisible by 4 and not divisible by 100. That's it. Okay. We have three conditions. Okay. True. Let's if let's test your original condition. Okay. So your code will incorrectly print leap year. This is incorrect code. Okay. This is the 2012. And whenever we just divided the 2012 by 400, if it's equal to 0, okay. If this condition was correct, okay. if this condition was the correct, or at least one condition was and. Okay, this is an AND operator. And I was just putting an AND operator also. Okay, it's correct thing. And we just simply divide it by 0, and the 100 is not equal to 0. Console.log to is equal. So, it's very 400 and you put it for 0 and you put not equal to 2. This is ये है कि ये 400 कर देते then अगर it if it's divisible by 400 here divisible by 400 is equal to 0. That's mean here is 100 millimeter and not millimeter. Maybe that's no. Because we will also repeat because whenever we have to divide it, it will divided by 0, but this condition was not much. But if we divided the year by 400 and it's equal to 0, it will be, I think the module was 0 then. It was easily divisible. That's mean it was considered as an GPA. But if we divided the year by 100 and then it's not equal to 0, so both of two conditions, this one condition was matched, and this will simply print the console.log leap year is. Okay, here it is. This is a very simple thing. And now just let's move into the next question and let's see what the next question in the Excel sheet because we understand that what is exactly happened in that code. Okay, we have currently getting a two views. So if I just have one question from the viewers who just watching the streaming session, is my voice is clean and clear to everyone? Is everyone can hear my voice clearly? If it is yes, just let me know in the chat because we have not getting any response. So I just thought maybe we have just facing some problem. If it is anything, just let me know in the chat. Just let me know in the chat. Okay. Okay, we have got only 18 views and the impression click, I think, okay. The impression from the YouTube was not getting enough. That's why I was just thought कि why the views was less. But it's okay because sometimes I was inconsistent, so it was making some time to be great. ठीक है. लक्ष्य तू आ गया 5:30 बजे चलेंगे भाई 5:30 बजे फिर 5:30 बजे चलेंगे भाई 5:30 बजे yeah we go to the gym at 5:30. Okay, currently I'm just doing a streaming, so don't disturb me. अरे भाई चल लेंगे यार, चल लेंगे। फ्लो खराब हो रखा है स्ट्रीमिंग का। फिर रुक जा। इसका वैल्यू भी Hi Rohit, welcome to the stream. Actually, nowadays I was following your actual sheet to preparing DSA, and currently I am on the basic part, but I just hope ki I was finish it the basic part in the next week. Let's see. A while loop, for loop, or a do while loop. So just revise the basic syntax and then I continue to the coding part. Okay. So Just write a program to print a basic for loop. For loop implementation. या कमजोर तो हो गया हो भाई। थोड़ा सा तो कमजोर हो गया हो, ऐसा क्या कर सकते हैं, जॉब भी है थोड़ा और एग्जाम्स वगैरह, सो sometimes it's difficult to maintain, but let's try it. By the way, how was your coding journey going on, Rohit Singh? I just see your lead code profile and it's look very, you are just consistent for the last 365 days and you solve almost 4 to 5 questions every single day. Just trying. Okay. Yeah. Challenge to question, how fully have you answered? I was just starting from the first, but there is just wait. I was not solved the questions yet. Okay. Uh, the last day you have, when I was streaming, I was simply just solve these 3 questions. Okay. Just not the 3 questions, just understanding the basics. Okay. The syntax and the operators. Okay. I have not solved any question yet, by the way. Okay. There is only basics. So I was just, because I was not coding it for the last 1 week or sometimes करता हूँ नहीं करता. So the practice was खराब हो चुकी है पूरी. So इसलिए बाकी देखते हैं ऐसे. I learning Python in the 2025. Okay, but I was not good in Python. Rather than I was good in JavaScript, but because of lack of practicing, I was facing the problem while writing the basic code. But still, I was commitment to myself to be consistent. Now I was just trying. Okay, this is the while loop and do while loop. And while loop was the syntax. Okay, you already know the for loop and the what is the do while loop. In the do while loop, the syntax was simple. I think it is syntax of the do while loop. That's I think is आई जस्ट फील कि सबको जो स्क्रैच से शुरू करना पड़ेगा. एक चीज करनी थी मुझे. 01. Okay, and if the value of I is 7 and we have just printing while I is less than 2, so I think still it's print at least one time. Okay, in this particular do while loop it will just run the code first and then check the condition in the first time. So in this code, okay, do while is working. No, I was not in the coding job. It's a non-tech, uh, semi-tech job. It's a technical process executive. Somatic. It's okay. But the way this is just this job is just to earn side money or nothing else. Because the earning opportunity or a career opportunity in a long term was not good in that domain. So that's why I was still learning coding to just make sure to getting a good opportunity in a future. Because at the end, everyone want to make a money, a good amount of money, not money only. Okay. So that's why I was just doing coding in my free time. Okay. Once I was unemployed and unplaced, then it was my full time, but now it should be a part time. And sometimes it was also a free time because I was doing the coding whenever I getting a free time because most of the time the doing the gym or doing a job and the days was just taking some sleep and the day was complete. So it's difficult to manage, but let's see. I can just do it or just trying and trying and trying and fail. Let's see what happens. Okay, so here it is. And now just let's moving to the this Excel sheet. While loop, for loop, and do while. We understand the syntax of for loop and while do loop. Elective is a stream of a number is even or a odd. Okay. So we have to just write a program to check if a stream of a number. We have just simply write the program to check the number is odd or even. I think it's not a difficult code. Let's just write it. Okay. Is that yeah. By the way, submetric, are you a student or you are a working professional? You are a student or you are a working professional? Just let me know in the chat because most of the viewers who just watching the streaming session, they are student. So I have just asked you that what are you actually studying and doing? Okay. Just let me know in the quick chat. Okay. Just want to find the number is odd or even. So just like key. So we are just simply creating a variable and it is the value was any. Okay, just write down 9 and now I just simply creating a function if I was divisible by 2 and it is equal to 0, so it will be considered as an even. Yeah, odd, I think odd number is that number who that is divisible by 2. I think I work at startup in South Africa remotely. Oh, you are working as a startup in a remotely. That's amazing. Sound really amazing. So what was your job role? So what was your job role, bro? Code numbers से आते हैं. Okay. आई थिंक वैसे भी कर लो तो वही बात पड़ेगा कोड स्टिल सेम रहेगा ठीक है डिवाइडेड बाय 2 करके 0 आ रहा है इक्वल इक्वल टू मतलब ओड है इफ नॉट इट्स जस्ट लाइक की और अगर इफ डिविजिबल बाय 2 एंड नॉट इक्वल इक्वल टू 0 है ठीक है सो इट इज इवन एंड इट इज देन ओड आई थिंक it's give me the same output again okay not a big deal and now let's moving to the check factorial of a number let's write the code of factorial of a number okay okay I started with front end but now I pretty much do everything front end and back end okay you can just doing a both front end and a back end okay so which tech stack are you using in that organization because currently I am a one stack developer I was not so good in one stack but yeah I have a strong foundation or I just making a good few projects in a merge stack. So which tech stack you are using in that organization? Program to find factorial. Okay, let I is equal to program to find factorial at 5. Okay, less than equal to I plus plus and I starting from I dot length. No, no, I don't need to add up because it's not an array. So I think if we just written a 5, it's still working. Okay, let sum is equal to 1 equal to I log sum. सम आई है ठीक है इसको वन तो नहीं करा मैंने सम कर दिया ठीक है सम मल्टीप्लाई में आई है आई पहले वन होगा ये क्या हो रहा है लेट आई है ये वन से स्टार्ट हुआ ओके एंड TypeScript, React, and Django in the backend, but I also know Node.js, Fast API. I have never really focused much on a tech stack. Anytime that can get the job done, it's fine. Fundamentals are important to me. Okay. So just suppose you are actually working in that tech stack and you was getting an opportunity related to the tech. Okay. And you just need a job. So which platform would you use to getting your first entry level job? Because you are working as a remotely, so I think you have you are good in job hunting because getting a remote job is not really easy in the 2026. So I think you are good in job hunting. Like let's see what happened में फैक्टोरियल कोड लिखना भूल गया क्या? Just suppose let I is equal to my 1, okay, and I will less than num, so it will be 5 and n plus. And someone 1 I. तो उसमें सम हो रहा है मैं कैसे बात कर रहा हूँ 25 क्यों हो रहा है नंबर प्लस नहीं हो रहा है I was not a sir, bro, because I was a student, but your diploma in computer science engineering was completed. So how was your job going? Okay, what the fuck is that? Okay, let's see to the pop-up. Simply apply everywhere. You are already building and learning in public, so that is a plus. But apart from that, just apply everywhere as much as you can. Okay, so just apply it everywhere and just waiting for an opportunity. Yeah, this is a great thing, but sometimes they are not getting a response. So most of the people are disappointed. That's like me, and just stop applying. We have just seen so many job portal where now I just कि हायरिंग जो है वो भी काफी कम हो गई है. The job openings are very less in the 2026. I just open an Indeed or LinkedIn. Every most of the job portals they just need an experience of at least a 1 to 2 year and even an entry level job. And when it's come to an internship, they are mostly that unpaid or a fraud or remote or something else. So it's very difficult to just find a real great opportunity right now. फैक्टोरियल कोड लिखना मिलेगा. Okay. Sir, I don't know coding and I can't do anything other than coding. This is the this is the average. This is a sign you are a engineer because most of the engineer can do anything rather than just coding. So if you're just looking for a good career opportunity, I think the tech is really overwhelmed right now. But still, you can just if you just said a help. So I think we have a one person is a submetric. This was an working professional. So I think it will give you a great suggestion. So Shub, if you want to just give a suggestion to that part time of people who just lot like also like me who just struggling to getting a job. So what was your advice? If Sir, I don't know coding. How should I do start it? Just start it, bro. We have a multiple sources to learning, so you can just explore it. But first thing you have to just find your domain. You want to go in app development, web development, or a data analytics, or front end, back end, anything else. You have to just explore it. Which one you like? Bless, what is your age? My age is 21. My age is 21 now, right now. Okay. But you can only do things you can control. Just give your best. Target early startups. Okay. But the actual problem is like कि I was completely pressure. Okay, and I was doing it from a distance college, so I have not good network and connections. So when I was just applying for a startup or any company, so they will not consider as you doing any technical course from a distance. And the second problem was they will expected too much as a fresher to a fresher. So that's also a big issue, but I was still working to improve my skills, so I was not facing any problem. Okay. But I was just forget the I don't know the syntax of and writing a factorial code. So I forgot everything. ऐसे तो काम नहीं चलेगा. Syntax of factorial. Okay. If I just creating a some variable into inside the for loop, then it's still not working. Let fact is equal to mu one. Okay. Fact equal to mu I. Yeah, it's true. Market is this tough for fresher at the moment. Sir, I don't know coding. How should do I start for? But you can only do things you can control. Just give your target and you start up. Okay. So, Abhishek Kumar, if you just have your simple question, sir, I don't know the coding. So if you don't know the coding, just start exploring. Just start exploring which domain you have. To just if you want to really start the coding, first thing you will just make sure the coding is for you or not. You can just because I don't think it's easy to becoming a tech guy or getting a career or getting a good opportunities and earning good amount of money in the tech because the opportunities are very fewer and less. So just be prepared to depress sometimes. Okay. To be honest, there is no other way up. We need to learn the full stack or we will end up suffering. The full stack, I think the full stack is really necessary because company just in today's market, the company just don't only need a guy, they already know the front end because you know the front end, back end database, you know everything. You have the company just demanded, we need a full stack developer. And this is the most of the domain. If you're just searching the job, like only the front end, so I don't think that key you will find it because most of the openings in the development on a software field, they were mostly considered as a full stack. So full stack, so learning full stack is necessary. I was totally agree with your chat. And this is the fact. And now let's run this code. Okay. And if I just simply cut this code and paste it here, it's also a 120. Okay. So the program to find the factorial was also working. Now let's move to the Excel sheet and take it and just correct and just select it. Okay, we have already done this question and then check if a number is a prime or not in a n iteration. Okay, need to just check the how to just taking an input. When we are just taking an input from a JS, we mostly prefer and use a prompt, partiant prompt, I think. Okay, when we just using an HTML and input tag in HTML and partial. So choose Okay, let's name a prompt, and it is taken. If you just really want a spreadsheet, yeah, you can get the spreadsheet, but just pasting a spreadsheet in the Excel sheet is not a good way. I can just paste my Discord server URL here. You can just simply join this server, and I will share the resources on the group so you can just simply grab it. Okay. So anyone just need this Excel sheet, you can just take it from the just Discord server. Okay. And I think it's very helps. Just a suggestion, create function for your problem. It is final. It is generally not a good practice to use global variable, especially in JavaScript. Okay. So I just use okay, so I just creating a function. Okay. Okay. I mark your words. Function to and you can just join the Discord server and just you can just ask me. Otherwise, I will also share the Excel sheet in the chat of the Discord server. Okay, that's not a big thing. And now just let by the way, Shubh, if you have to learning any tech stack, okay, any tech stack or any coding skills, what was your actually a good approach to learning any topics? Just coding background. Just suppose I was learning a merge stack and I learning authentication. So authentication or middleware. So just like this is the basic coding syntax, I will understand it. But if you have to learning any concept and any topic, any new topic, so what was you actually doing? Solve the part two. I was solving the part two of this. Okay, part two is a number system, and I just solve it. Check if a number is a prime or not, and after that, I was just going to the gym. Okay, so we just target to make at least 1 hour live every single day to be a consistent. Okay, and I know कि I was off and just completely ghost by the almost 2 months. Okay, because I was just starting this series of DSA challenge is 2 months ago, and this is only a fifth day. Why? Because sometimes I was just consistent for the 4 and 5 days, and then I was not. Okay, I was not touching lead code yet because I was a completely fresher. I don't expect it. I can just solve the lead code yet. So that's why I was not grinding lead code yet. But once I just feel confident, I can just simply learning. I just moving to the lead code also. Okay, not yet. Not yet, bro. If the prime number is just like if 2 is considered as a prime number because it's on in on table, and 3, it's fine. I'm new here, also learning. Okay, you are also learning. Great. you are also learning, it's really great. Just learning. Okay. For me personally, building things work most of the time. If I wanted to learn something new, I will just build something with it. If it, I just you build something with it, but just suppose I was learning a new topic, so my approach to learning anything while watching tutorials. And sometimes I just watch the tutorial, and while watching the tutorial, I can just build that project and that code. But when I just simply close that videos and just start the coding from my own without any watching video, then I facing the problem. Do you have any solution how I can just fix this? Okay, इसको true कर रखा है. Okay. And if num is less than 1, is prime को false कर दिया. ठीक है, because 1 was not considered as a prime number. And else this is creating a for loop, let 2 is equal to me 0, at I is equal to me 2. Okay, this is a 2. And I was less than num. So num is considered as an, let's suppose we have a 5, okay, and I plus plus. If num is divisible by I, so I don't think he is divided with a 5, so it's equal to 0. So it's prime false, and then break. If is prime is console.log prime numbers, otherwise console is a not a prime number. Okay. Sure. You can also write it just after that. Okay, num is the prompt, and let's see. If we just simply key, enter a number, I think just first thing, just snooze it and just write a code to just check, find view, find the number, program to find the like the thing. Yes, I can understand. Been there. Just don't get into tutorial help. Build something small. It is okay to look things up. Okay. So if you learning any new skills and any new tech stack, what you prefer? You are preferring learning the things by watching tutorials or just reading by documentation? And if you're just reading and learning by a documentation, what which method are you used? Yeah, this is really important. The which code is not a problem nowadays, but understanding why and how its work is really important. Because yeah, it's easy to writing building a project by an AI, but struggling, but most of the person and let me just like is struggling to understand the code. So yeah, the understanding the code was really important as well. So let is equal to me. If I is less than 1, I is less than 1 or it's 1 and equal to is prime is considered as an false. Okay. And else इस लाइक कि फिर थोड़ा कोड समझते हैं नाउ ठीक है if num is less than 1 that's mean it will consider as an false easy and else we have just simply creating a loop that will starting from the 2 okay and running until the num and I plus plus if num was divisible by I ठीक है if num जो है is divisible by and equal to में 0 is prime is false ठीक है and then break the code otherwise it was false okay. Yeah, I got the code. You got the code. ठीक है. I will just personally start building right from scratch. If I get stuck, I will just, does it matter? Okay. I just personally start building right from scratch. If I get stuck, I look things up. Doesn't matter if it's from AI or documentation. As long as I am building on my own. Okay, you are building your by your own. That's amazing. Okay. So your be just like कि be just creating a flow and just उस flow में बहते रहो. To just whenever you're learning, no matter you are learning from an AI or a documentation, if you just stuck, just solve it and use any resources as you like. Okay, if and else. Let from the two and then we will num key. Okay, also would suggest you to get directly ask AI to give you the code. It will not help you in learning process. Just ask it to give your an iteration and want more help. Ask if to give your simple step, but no code. Okay. So okay, I will understand your thought, but just suppose if I have to struggling to write the code into this prime number, so what was my prompt look like? Because whenever I just write, give it any code, they just simply give me the code, they give me the coding part. So how I can just, so how I can just write that prompt, so it's just not suggesting me the coding part only. Just ask it to give you an iteration of the problem and tell it you are completely fine. Okay, just try it in this code. Okay, Okay. So now it's not giving me a coding part, it's just explaining me what is an exactly things work. Okay. Thanks for suggesting me this advice because I think this is really useful for me. I think this is really useful because it just give me the syntax, not give me the coding part. It just simply show me that how was actually things work. Okay. So just finish this code and just done it with the today's and start continuing from the tomorrow because I was just considered to be a streaming for only 1 hour, but it's okay to be just solve at least one or two question, not only one question. Okay, so just log if is prime. Yeah. Also do mention in the prompt that do not show up any code. Okay. Don't suggest, है ना? Don't show any and don't show any code. It's not working, so let's just give me the 10. Now let's restore. Why is this code was not working? If okay, I was not a prime number. Okay, and if it's 7, also, bro, I myself wanted to get into streaming. Let me know your setup and how can I get into it with minimum setup. Bro, देखो, I don't have any setup. Just like if I want to show you, just here it is. This is my phone and the tripod with the flashlight. I just simply put it on my webcam, so it was giving me a good light. Okay, so it's not getting a problem. And this is a laptop. This is a Victus 4050 graphic card and i5. Okay, so we if you have Victus laptop, so I don't using any green background. Okay, this is not any green background because we have a functionality into that Victus, so we can just in this particular laptop I think there is maybe in any laptop, but in this we had just simply a feature that was I saw it from I think I'm just watching the tutorial that I will just share that video. Okay, once I just understand it, I will tell you on the tomorrow. So उसके अंदर क्या होता है हमारा बैकग्राउंड जो ऑटोमेटिक रिमूव हो जाता है और वो काफी अच्छे से काम करता है. So this is not a very fancy setup. It's a very basic setup. And if you just your phone flashlight or just a laptop, I think it's enough to start any streaming. And I don't even use any mic. This is the my internal laptop mic that I'm using. But if like if I just save a money that I was spend money on a mic also. Okay. Second. Also spend money on the mic. Thank God, good luck. Nice chatting with you. I will pinning you once I having my setup and maybe we could be a pair programming session to build something from scratch. Yeah, I'm really excited. If you have just doing this thing, just I was really glad I can just be a part of your building something with you. Okay. I was really excited with that. Okay. So, Shubh, you can just simply join my Discord server, and if you have just like if any suggestion for me, or if I have just can help you in anything, I can just simply ask you. Okay, so you can just join my Discord server, and I have just also mentioned my LinkedIn profile. So if you are just watching the streaming session and you have getting any knowledge or any suggestion for me, or you can just help it to grow it. So you can just simply join that server. Okay, and I just problem with you can use AI, right? Yeah, yeah, I know. I can use the AI, right? And I use the AI to generating a thumbnail or a title or a description or just even writing the codes. I use AI so much, bro. So let's see. Okay, just wait a second. Anyone can Java, C++. Don't use any language to start a DSA. Nothing matter. Language. I think language doesn't matter in the if you're learning a DSA. I was using a JS. Okay, I was using a JS for a DSA. So just choose any language. The language doesn't matter. But if you are learning from scratch, just go with C++. True. Okay. And let's prime is true. Okay. Less than false and else let I is equal to 0. I get one now. And I will deliver by I. Lazy continuum is prime proportional into two. So that's 7. It's a prime number. But when it's come to 9, it's not a prime number. Okay. The prime number code was also working now. And let's moving to the Excel sheet. And by the way, this Excel sheet is not mine. Was shared by me, my subscriber whose name is Rohit. And I think it's really helpful for you if you was learning your DSA because I was exploring the sheet and the flow of that sheet or solving any questions, it's are really amazing. So if you are learning your DSA, I should be considered you can also follow the DSA sheet because before the DSA sheet, I was learning from a Claude, the context that will be generated. But the best thing to learning a DSA to solving by a question from easy and just make it harder day by day. But first thing, if you're a beginner, just start with that. Okay. So in today's, I've just solved these three questions, and this is two is a basic syntax. So it's not a big thing. And this new questions has not teach me a new thing because I already know it, but I was not doing a coding for the in the long term so that I will forget something. But it's the code was successfully working. So I was start this streaming session again on the tomorrow. So just bye bye and take care and just start coding ठीक है because just start something ठीक है and that's it ठीक है so this is for today's bye bye take care and see you soon